Okay, so picture this. A young woman steps off a plane in Stuttgart, Germany, and the moment her feet touch the ground, something shifts. Not just for her, not just for the people waiting to greet her, but for anyone who happened to be watching online within the next few hours. Because what unfolded at that airport wasn't your typical athlete arrives for tournament moment. It was something else entirely, something that made people stop scrolling, hit replay, and start asking questions. And the name at the center of it all? Alex, just 18 years old, already carrying the weight of a nation's hopes on her shoulders, and somehow, impossibly, making it look effortless. Now, before we get into what actually happened, you have to understand the context here, because without it, the story loses half its power. The Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart is not some mid-tier warm-up event. This is one of the most prestigious tournaments on the entire WTA calendar. Legends have walked those courts. Serena Williams competed there. Maria Sharapova left her mark there. It is the kind of place where careers get defined, where reputations get built or broken, and where the pressure is unlike almost anything else in women's tennis outside of a Grand Slam. So when a young player shows up there and gets treated like she already owns the room, people notice. And they did. The videos hit social media fast. The comments came even faster. Fans from the Philippines were losing their minds in the best possible way. And even people who had never followed a WTA match in their lives were suddenly curious, suddenly asking who she was and why she was getting this kind of reception. That's when you know something real is happening. Not just hype, not just fan excitement, but a genuine cultural moment building in real time. And it all started with an arrival that nobody expected to look quite like that. See, when most players land for a tournament, even good ones, even ranked ones, the experience is pretty standard. You land, you collect your bags, someone picks you up, you get to the hotel, and you start preparing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's professional, it's efficient, and it's how most of the tour operates. But that is not what happened when Alex touched down in Stuttgart. From the moment she came through, everything was coordinated with a level of precision and care that people immediately recognized as different. Dedicated staff, smooth logistics, no waiting, no fumbling through the usual tournament arrival routine. It was seamless, almost cinematic, honestly. And that detail matters more than it might seem on the surface, because tournaments don't allocate that kind of attention and energy by accident. They don't extend that level of hospitality to just anyone. These things are deliberate. Every choice about how a player is received sends a message, both to that player and to the watching world. And the message being sent to Alex in that moment was crystal clear. You matter here. We see what's coming, and we're ready for it. Now, some people online pushed back a little. A few voices asked whether all this was too much too soon, whether the reception was bigger than the resume at this stage. And honestly, that's a fair question to ask. But here's the thing about sports, and about tennis specifically. Recognition doesn't always follow a straight line from results. Sometimes it's about momentum. Sometimes it's about potential so obvious that the people running these events can feel it before the stats fully reflect it. And sometimes it's about what a player represents beyond just their ranking. Alex isn't just a tennis player climbing a ladder quietly in the background. She's become something larger than a ranking number. She carries the passion of millions of Filipino fans who wake up early, stay up late, and track every single match she plays with the kind of devotion that most athletes spend their entire careers trying to earn. That fan base isn't invisible to tournament organizers. It's visible, it's loud, and it travels. And in modern sports, that kind of connection between an athlete and their supporters is genuinely valuable. Not in a cynical way, but in a real way, because sport without passion is just exercise. Alex brings the passion with her wherever she goes. You can feel it in the way her supporters react to her wins. And honestly, even in the way they rally around her after a tough loss. There's a loyalty there that speaks to who she is as a person and a competitor. So when Stuttgart rolled out the kind of welcome it did, they weren't just being nice. They were acknowledging something real, something that has been building for a while now, quietly at first, then louder, and now, with this moment, undeniably. Because the thing about Alex that people who followed her journey understand is that none of this came easy. This isn't a story about a girl who was handed everything and coasted on natural ability. She has worked. She has grinded through junior tournaments, through early professional losses, through the slow and sometimes brutal process of figuring out who you are as a competitor at the highest level. Every match that looked like a setback was actually a lesson being absorbed. Every difficult opponent she faced taught her something about her own game, her own mentality, her own limits, and how to push past them. And over time, those lessons started showing up in her results. Her game got sharper. Her mental strength became more visible. The moments where she might have crumbled before, she started holding her ground instead. That's not talent, that's character. And character is what separates players who flash briefly and fade from players who build something that lasts. Stuttgart is now the stage where that character gets its biggest test yet. Because while the arrival was beautiful, while the reception was everything her fans wanted to see, none of that follows her onto the court. When she walks out there to play, the luxury cars are gone, the coordinated staff are gone, the social media buzz is somewhere far away. It's just her, a racket, a ball, and an opponent who doesn't care about any of it. That's where the real conversation starts. And this is the part of the story that doesn't always get told when everyone's caught up in the excitement of a viral moment. The spotlight that felt so warm and affirming during the arrival becomes something completely different once competition begins. It becomes pressure. It becomes expectation. Every point she wins gets amplified. Every point she loses gets scrutinized. Every decision she makes on the court, tactical or emotional, gets analyzed by people who have now decided they're invested in her story. That's the hidden weight of recognition. And it's heavier than most people realize until they're standing right underneath it. But here's what's also true. Alex has been navigating some version of this weight for a while now. She didn't walk into Stuttgart without experience of high-stakes moments. She's been in big matches before. She's felt the pressure of representing her country, of carrying expectations, of playing in front of crowds that want her to succeed so badly you can almost feel it in the air. That's not nothing. That's actually preparation disguised as pressure. Every time she's faced that weight before and competed through it, she was building exactly the kind of resilience she'll need now. And there's something quietly powerful about the way she carries herself that gives a lot of people confidence. She doesn't seem rattled by the noise. She doesn't seem intoxicated by the praise either. There's a groundedness to her that suggests she understands what actually matters. And what actually matters is what happens between the lines on that court. Not the headlines, not the viral clips, not the comments. The game. Just the game. And that focus, that ability to block everything else out and just compete, that might be her greatest asset heading into this tournament. More than her forehand, more than her footwork, more than any technical quality her coaches could point to on a whiteboard. The mental clarity to stay present when the whole world is watching. That's the thing that turns good players into great ones. Stuttgart is going to ask her hard questions. The opponents she faces won't be giving anything away. This tournament attracts serious players, experienced players, players who've been in big moments dozens of times, and know exactly how to apply pressure at the right moment. Alex is going to have to solve difficult problems in real time, under lights, in front of cameras, with everyone watching to see if the recognition was deserved. And personally, I think she's ready for it. Not because the arrival was glamorous, not because the fans believe in her, not because the tournament treated her like royalty, but because of the journey that brought her to this point, because of the years of quiet, unglamorous work that nobody made a video about, because of the losses she absorbed and came back from, because of the version of herself she's been slowly, steadily building since she first picked up a racket. That version is the one that shows up when the stakes are highest. That version doesn't need the spotlight to perform. It actually performs better because of it. And that's the story underneath the story here. Not the queen treatment, not the viral moment, not even Stuttgart itself. It's the simple, powerful fact that a young woman from the Philippines has worked hard enough, grown strong enough, and built something real enough that one of the most prestigious tennis events in the world wanted her in it, and wanted her to feel that she belonged. That's not small. That's everything. And whether she wins every match or faces some brutal early tests, this chapter in her career is already meaningful, because the world now knows her name in a different way. Not just as a promising prospect from Asia, not just as a junior champion with potential, but as a player that Stuttgart looked at and said, yes, her. She's the one. And once the tennis world puts that kind of light on someone, it doesn't go back to the way it was before. Alex is in a new conversation now, the kind of conversation that shapes careers, builds legacies, and inspires the next generation of young athletes watching from home, dreaming about their own impossible arrivals. And for every young girl in the Philippines or anywhere in the world really watching those clips of Alex being welcomed like a champion before she'd even played a point in Stuttgart, the message was simple and it was loud. Your dreams are not too big. The stage you imagine for yourself is real. And if you work for it the way she has, one day you might just step off a plane somewhere in the world and feel the ground shift beneath you too. That's the story of Stuttgart. That's the story of Alex. And honestly, it's only just beginning.